In the news this week, paying for sex is set to become a criminal offence in Northern Ireland. A paralysed man walks again after pioneering surgery using nerve cells transplanted from his own body. And the latest in our powerful Choose Life series from a woman who now provides after-abortion care. Hello and welcome to this week's news bulletin from the Christian Institute. The schools regulator Ofsted has told a successful independent Christian school that it could face closure for failing to uphold British values. Ofsted warned that the school wasn't in step with new regulations requiring teachers to promote other faiths. It was told it should invite other religious leaders, such as imams, to lead assemblies. The Christian Institute has already criticised the regulations, which have also affected other schools. Simon Calvert, Deputy Director of the Christian Institute, said the wording of the new requirements inevitably results in these kind of outcomes. Worryingly, evidence is already emerging of how the new regulations are requiring Ofsted inspection teams to behave in ways which do not respect the religious ethos of faith schools. The new requirements are infringing the rights of children, parents, teachers and schools to hold and practice their religious beliefs. A paralysed man has learnt to walk again after an historic breakthrough involving cells taken from part of his nervous system. Derek Fidiker was left with no sensation from the waist down after an attack which severed his spinal cord. He can now feel his legs again after cells from his nasal cavity were transplanted into the damaged area of his spine. Geoffrey Raisman of University College London pioneered the latest technique. He described the breakthrough as historic. We believe that this procedure is the breakthrough which, as it is further developed, will result in a historic change in the currently hopeless outlook for people disabled by spinal cord injury. Fidiker's recovery demonstrates the growing promise of techniques that are more successful than embryonic stem cell research and do not require the destruction of human life. Our latest Choose Life story is about a woman who supports others suffering the terrible after effects of abortion. Lynn Coles is an abortion recovery facilitator. She has helped women from a variety of backgrounds who have undergone abortions they came to deeply regret. Lynn herself had an abortion at just 18 years old and recalled the details of her experience. The doctor who persuaded her to have the abortion told her that the baby wasn't really a baby, just a blob of cells. Lynn spoke about feelings after abortion and why women face so many regrets.
The shame and the guilt of abortion after the event is just nobody wants to talk about it. Abortion is offered to women as a quick solution to the problem. But what women don't realise, like myself, is that it just gives us new problems. It's not a religious thing to regret your abortion. It's actually a human thing and a woman thing, because we're not designed to take the lives of our children. Women only choose abortion because they feel they have no other choice. But of course that's not true.
For more stories, visit the Christian Institute's Choose Life site at christian.org.uk/Choose Life. Members of the Scottish Parliament have been handed a petition proposing that the existing law on adultery should be amended in order to cater for same-sex couples. One group which backed the campaign for same-sex marriage is pushing to scrap adultery altogether. Currently, adultery can only take place between a man and a woman in the eyes of the law in Scotland, as in the rest of the UK. The Equality Network said, "The best way to do away with the anomaly, if that is felt necessary, would, in our view, be to abandon the specific term adultery and deal with all sexual infidelity under unreasonable behaviour." But pro-marriage group Scotland for Marriage have hit back at the proposition, insisting that getting rid of adultery in the law would be sad and reckless. Scrapping adultery would send out the message that faithfulness within marriage doesn't matter. What a desperately sad and reckless thing that would be. And finally, paying for consensual sex is set to become a criminal offence in Northern Ireland, after MLAs strongly supported a landmark bill on the issue. The legislation, put forward by the DUP's Lord Morrow, who is a Christian, tightens laws on both prostitution and human trafficking in the province. Following a long debate, politicians voted by 81 to 10 in favour of the Human Trafficking and Exploitation Bill. Lord Morrow said that his proposals on prostitution law are not unique.
This is not a novel idea. It must be remembered that similar legislation is working effectively in places like Sweden and Norway. So I am saying the longest shot I'm putting to it is middle of next year it will be law.
Last week, Christian charity CARE, which was instrumental in promoting the bill, released a poll showing 78% of those questioned supported the move. CARE described the vote as being of seminal significance and called for other parts of the UK to follow suit. Well, that's all for this week. For more information and regular updates on all of our stories, plus much more, visit our website at christian.org.uk. Until next time, goodbye.